Hero story is written by the victor, but what if the tale you know was told by the villain? Today we enter the mind of Tom Riddle, the boy who became Lord Voldemort. The name that struck fear into the wizarding world wasn't born evil, it was forged through neglect, ambition, and a relentless obsession with conquering death itself. This is the Harry Potter story as we would tell it from the perspective of Voldemort. So before there was a Dark Lord, there was an unwanted child, born of a witch who died in childbirth, and a muggle father who never wanted him. Tom Riddle grew up in a cold London orphanage. From his perspective, the world rejected him long before he rejected it. He was strange, gifted, different, and punished for it. The other children feared him. The caretakers didn't understand him, and deep inside, Tom learned the first of many cruel lessons. If I don't control the world will control me. When Hogwarts came calling, Tom didn't see a school, but he saw a sanctuary and a throne. The Sorting Hat placed him in Slytherin, where ambition wasn't shameful, it was celebrated. But to Tom, the castle held secrets, whispers of a founder's legacy, a chamber that only he could open, and a destiny tied to Salazar Slytherin's bloodline. In Dumbledore, he saw a troubled boy, but Tom saw a rival. From his perspective, every teacher was a means to an end. Every friend is a stepping stone, and when he discovered the power of the basilisk, he didn't see danger, he saw destiny. Mortality was Voldemort's greatest enemy. Even as a teenager, he loathed the idea of death, seeing it as an ultimate failure of a wizard and the ultimate equality between the powerful and the weak. The creation of a Horcrux wasn't madness to him, but it was brilliant. Why should he, who was born greater, die like the rest? With each Horcrux, he carved his name into history, ripping his soul apart in exchange for permanence. In his mind, this was not evil, but it was evolution. But then came the prophecy, a prophecy that spoke of a child born as July ends. And to Voldemort, there was no mystical vision. It was a threat to his reign, and threats had to be eliminated. And he chose Harry Potter, the half-blood boy of Godric's Hollow. And that night, he didn't murder a family, he corrected fate. But the curse rebounded, leaving him bodiless, a wraith, and a ghost of a god. In his perspective, this wasn't the night a hero was born, it was the night fate cheated him. And for over a decade, Voldemort lingered. His followers scattered, his name talked about as a nightmare from the past, but in his mind, this was not defeat, it was only a delay. Though Quirrell through the diary, through his serpent Nagini, he plotted. Every failure was a lesson, every setback a seed of vengeance. He watched Harry rise to fame, the boy who lived, the chosen one, and he burned with one single thought: this boy stole my destiny. And the Triwizard Tournament became his resurrection. The ritual of blood returned him to flesh, and with it a new reign of terror began. And from Voldemort's perspective, the Second Wizarding War wasn't conquest, it was correction. The Ministry was corrupt, Dumbledore was deceitful, and the Wizarding world needed to be reshaped. Fear was order, and power was peace. Yet, even at his height, betrayal haunted him. Lucius Malfoy failed him. Pettigrew disappointed him, and Snape played a very dangerous game. To Voldemort, loyalty was weakness unless it was rooted in fear. Love, sacrifice, and redemption, these were words he considered foolish. He couldn't fathom why Severus wept for Lily. He could not understand why Harry would walk in the forest to die. And the Battle of Hogwarts was not a war to Voldemort, but it was a reckoning. Each Horcrux destroyed felt like a piece of his immortality unraveling, and yet he still believed that power would always triumph over mercy, believed that fear would always crush hope. But it didn't. The Elder Wand betrayed him. The boy he thought weak stood strong, and in his final moments, Lord Voldemort, the boy who feared death, met the one thing he had tried to conquer all his life. Death came, and it came for Tom Riddle. Was he a monster or a mirror? When we look through Voldemort's eyes, we don't see just a villain, but we see a tragedy. A boy who could have been great but chose fear over love, and dominance over connection, and most importantly, immortality over humanity. And he believed he was a savior of the wizarding world, but instead he became the greatest warning. And this, guys, is Harry Potter from Voldemort's perspective. This is the last video that we are going to do to close out this series. Hope you guys enjoyed this little mini series that we did. Please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. Peace out.